On August the 2nd, the U.S. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, sneaked into Taiwan, becoming the first U.S. Speaker to visit the island in 25 years. The trip has drawn concerted criticism around the world for her reckless, high-profile and unnecessary provocation at a time when relations between China and the U.S. were already at an all-time low. She touts the trip as a victory for democracy, but in the great democratic country she came from, things don't look too pretty. The economy is getting worse by the day. People are getting killed in the streets due to rampant gun violence, and women are denied their rights over their own body. Things are bad even in her own home. California has had more than 90,000 COVID-19 deaths, and another emergency over monkeypox virus was just announced. Yet the speaker left that mess for a foreign trip. Why is that? What kind of politician has she been? Welcome to this special production brought to you by The Point with me, Li Xin, coming to you from Beijing. Today we'll take a look back into the political life of Nancy Pelosi, a vain, opportunistic politician who is out there only for herself. Nancy Pelosi was born into a family of Italian immigrants. She was the only daughter and the youngest of 7 children. Pelosi's father, Thomas D'Alessandro Jr., was a longtime mayor of Baltimore, Maryland, and her mother was his political organizer. Growing up in a political family, she was steeped in a culture that can be described as machine politics in the East. Politicians there get things done with the single goal of getting votes. The word machine comes from the ability to turn out the votes needed to get its members elected, and the process becomes a routine, reliable, and even literally mechanical. Nancy Pelosi grew up with that machine turning around her 24/7, and after she became a politician herself, she became the embodiment of it.
The ends justify the means for everything that she does. It's a question of what she wants to get done and what is necessary to get it done. So it's very transactional in nature, and that's what she has become.
Nancy Pelosi has a reputation, since 1989, if not earlier, has been very, very critical, very, very harsh on China. She made her career when she was a congresswoman from San Francisco by criticizing China, attacking China. Secondly, there are some interest groups certainly back up here. This could be a military-industrial compound in the United States. They want to enhance the military tensions and actually can sell weapons.
One outcome of this culture of transactional politics is that Nancy Pelosi knows how to use power as a weapon to get what she wants through hypocrisy or multi-standards. Truth doesn't really matter. It's how you frame the story the way you want it, even by lying, and still to be able to get away with it. She always prides herself on being a champion of human rights, but turned a blind eye when the U.S. was exposed to have been using torture while interrogating terrorism suspects. Waterboarding is a technique to use a wet cloth to cover the face and breathing passages of a captive, causing the person to experience the sensation of drowning. One prisoner by the name of Abu Zubaydah told the world he was put through the barbaric torture 83 times in 1 month alone in August 2002. Records show that 1 year after 9/11 terrorist attacks, the CIA briefed Pelosi together with other senior congressional members extensively on the matter. She was said to be one of the first members of Congress to be informed. But Pelosi repeatedly denied she knew that waterboarding was being employed, even claiming that the CIA lied to Congress.
We also now know that techniques including waterboarding had already been employed, and that those briefing me in September 2002 gave me inaccurate and incomplete information.
Former CIA Director Leon Panetta disputed Pelosi's account. Another senior Congress member who sat through the same briefings called her claims slack-jawing in an opinion piece on Washington Post. It was not until 2009 when she admitted for the first time that she knew by early 2003 that the CIA had subjected detainees to waterboarding. According to the New York Times, she claimed she saw little recourse to challenge the practice except by achieving Democratic control of Congress and the White House.
Quite frankly, I mean, it's human values that she always liked, American values, which she equates with human rights. She's completely blind to any kind of other system. She's an American exceptionalist. That means that anything America does to maintain its power and further this idea that the world will fit in one box, that it'll be liberal, democratic capitalism for all nations on earth, that's where her moral blindness comes.
On the case of Julian Assange, no records can be found that she spoke out for his human rights and freedom. She called riots in Hong Kong a beautiful sight to behold, but riots on Capitol Hill heartbreaking. Pelosi preached democracy for Hong Kong, but never uttered a word about the UK's colonial suppressions there.